ancients called this the day of the Lord, when the great destroyer comes in as a thief in the night, where every eye shall witness this event coming in the clouds of heaven. Wait a second. This has a familiar ring to it. I do not remember the story quite like this one. But if every eye is witnessing this event coming in the clouds, then how is it coming as a thief in the night? The chief chuckled, saying, "Yes, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Yet so often these older stories never made any sense until you have the key to crack the code. But there is a reason for this madness. The event is when the great destroyer is coming towards Earth. When this takes place, hardly anyone will be aware of it because of the direction it is coming from. Solomon purposefully created an orbit that humanity in general would not be able to see this rogue planet until it was right upon them. Chief, didn't you tell me that Nibiru is a ship and it is fourth dimensional and cannot be seen anyway?" "Yes, I did, and it is. But when the end comes, it will be cloaked and be seen when it gets near Earth. This is how it comes as a thief in the night. The world's populace in general will be unprepared and not expecting this event, until boom, this gigantic monster will appear in the heavens. I say in general because some Earth inhabitants will know this is going to happen and try to warn many, because they are starting to remember from a past time loop. Yet again, they will be mocked and scorned, and few will listen until it is too late, just like the story of Noah and the Ark. Secondly, this rogue destroyer won't be producing its own light, therefore it will be dark and the eyes won't be able to witness this event. Yet it states every eye shall witness this event coming within the clouds. Now understand the mystery. This rogue planet was called the Winged Planet. Often you see this description on corporate logos where a circle is wrapped in what appears to be a wing. Now obviously, no planet has wings. They might have rings, but not wings. So, what are these wings? This is what is called a dust cloud that follows this planet wherever it goes. This dust cloud is so large that it will enter our atmosphere without the main planet ever contacting the Earth. Once this planet gets extremely close to Earth, where it begins to block out the sun in the greatest solar eclipse ever witnessed, then every eye will see this planet as it comes from and within the clouds, which it will be bringing with it. This dust cloud will poison the Earth's waters, and people will die from drinking the fresh waters from the lakes and rivers. Also, coming with this planet will be tens of thousands of rogue meteors of all different shapes and sizes, all coming to bring horrific judgment upon the Earth. These are the saints of the Lord God Nibiru, bringing judgment upon the face of the Earth. Some of these meteors will leave the rogue planet and come crashing down to Earth. And this is just the beginning of the end-time events that humanity will experience. After all of this has taken place, one last tragedy is about to occur. The force that this megalithic planet is bringing upon Earth due to its proximity will cause Earth to be rent in twain, meaning it will be pulled apart. It has been noted by the ancients that this orbit of this rogue planet was about 3,600 years, as I have continuously reported. Now here is the key to the code. A day to God, as it has been referred by, is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day. Now Nibiru, while riding through its orbit of approximately 3,600 years, is representing an ancient code that has seriously been misinterpreted. Now let's begin to understand the secrets of Solomon. What we must realize is that the planet Nibiru is in a 3,600-year orbit. However, due to the time loop when the program is looped or reset, this means the return of Nibiru is every 1,000 years, not 3,600 years. To be exact, it is 1,080 years. Thus, Nibiru is noted as the god of the solar system, and in its travels, it continues to return every 1,000 years. Even though it is in an orbit of 3,600 years, we are witnessing only the last 1,000. Therefore, a day to God, Nibiru is as 1,000 years. However, it also states, and 1,000 years is as a day. What we are visualizing here is a dual format of two separate events. When the planet is outside our solar system, it is in the last 1,000 years cycle of our time loop, and when the planet returns, it becomes what is then called the 1 year and then 1 day cycle. This final period of its entrance, which could last as long as 10-20 years, is when the planet will be seen and spoken of in various places in the heavens, until it literally is exposed right above the earth, in what is called the one-day cycle, or the great and dreadful day of the Lord. The ancients could separate these two events because they knew that prophecy was encoded by a day-to-a-year calculation. What this means is, when Nibiru heads home, so to speak, where it is coming directly towards Earth's orbit, it then jumps into the earthly 360-day orbit that the Earth is in. But Nibiru is traveling at a greater speed due to its orbital alignment. When Nibiru enters Earth's orbit, it will be quite a distance behind Earth. At this point, there is 1 year left, or 360 days, but it still will not be seen by most people on Earth. Even when some will report it, it will be ignored. As Nibiru has orbited the Sun, at the opposite direction, more so clockwise, it then eventually enters Earth's orbit, creating the figure 8 loop at the axis or the crosses, and it will be like a freight train chasing down its prey. By the time it catches up to Earth, even though Earth was a good deal in front, Nibiru will then begin to splinter off and away from the Earth's orbit as it heads back out into space. This allows for there to be no collision. At that very time, when Earth is in range of being captured, then Nibiru jumps the Earth orbital track, so to speak. It will then move between the Earth and the Sun. Nibiru at this point will be closer to the Earth than even the Moon. Now picture this using the figure 8. As Earth remains in its orbit, Nibiru will pull away in the loop, whereas Earth will head one way, and Nibiru will head the other right at the nexus of the loop. And at that point, Nibiru will avoid contact but instead move between the Earth's orbit and the Sun. This is the day of the crossing, or the Passover. The sheer size of this planet, which is about 4 or 5 times greater than Earth, will begin to create a massive solar eclipse. As the eclipse is occurring, it then becomes known as the Day of the Lord, or the final 24 hours. So, a day to God is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day. Now you know the secret behind the secrets. Chief, I find this is very fascinating. I know enough about Christianity and what they teach that a lot of what you explained about Nibiru they believe is the return of the Messiah or the Christ. And although what you are describing makes a whole lot of sense to me, how can it be rectified by the Christians' prophecies? Yes, everything that most Christians have been told about this time was a trap. Jesus did indeed teach about the code key using symbols and even his own life to represent these ancient teachings. Jesus himself warned us about the day of the Lord. He also warned us of the thief in the night. He also stated how every eye will see this event coming in the clouds. Everyone always assumed he was talking about himself, because he said, he will return. What he was referring to is the panem vitae was going to return after he left, and become the connection back to the Caelestus Pater. He said, I am the bread of life, or the panem vitae, and while he was with us, the panem vitae was with us in the flesh, but when Jesus left he had to send back the very instrument that gave him life while here, and that was the panem vitae. But now instead of accessing it through someone else in the flesh, we can all have it directly within ourselves. He wasn't going to leave us empty-handed. However, as for the thief in the night, and every eye shall see, he wasn't talking about himself, and he told everyone that he was not the thief in the night, but no one believed him. Because of the added panis venenum, people became confused. He said, the kingdom of my Father comes not by observation, meaning you won't see it with your eyes. He wanted to express directly that what is about to happen in this world has nothing to do with the kingdom of Caelestus Pater nor his son the panem vitae. It comes not by observation, so what is it that everyone is seeing with their eyes? Case 1 solved. Well, if you can't see it with your eyes, then how is the entire world seeing it with their eyes? He obviously was speaking of different things that needed to be decoded. Secondly, he said, this event would come as a thief in the night. It was revealed that everyone in the house must be prepared for this event and not let their house be broken into. What is their house? It is their human temple where the soul mind is operating through. What could possibly be stolen from our human temple that was later added to us? Obviously, it was the panem vitae that was left for us after the one in the flesh sent it back. It is revealing that if one doesn't prepare for this event, it will come as a surprise, and the people will not be prepared, and the panem vitae will be removed for the panis venenum. Obviously, the preparation was the awakening, because if you are not ready, then the thief will overcome you by replacing your panem vitae with the panis venenum, and you will be lost again. Again, everyone thinks he was talking about himself. But Jesus said, "A thief comes to steal and destroy and bring death, but I come that I may bring life and bring it more abundantly." Once again, he was saying, "I am not the thief in the night." Life more abundantly is revealing the escape from death and entering back into life by eating the panem vitae. Case 2 solved. Now understand the mystery. Therefore, the time loop kingdom of Salmalam lasts for 1,000 years. And then the end comes. Now you understand what all of this means. The 1,000-year kingdom is the day of the kingdom of God, or when Salmalam rules this earth with a rod of iron for 1,000 years, while the Lord of the heavens has disappeared for 1,000 years, or Nibiru is missing during this time. And then the final last year and day is called the day of the Lord, when the 1,000-year kingdom will be set up again to restart all over after the destruction is brought about by the thief, which had come in the night secretly and covertly and then caused great devastation, and at that moment, every eye will see this return coming with the dust clouds of poison, or the panis venenum. There is a pattern in all of this, chief, as if someone programmed it all in advance. Well, of course there is. Our world is a programmed simulation, and these events keep repeating as programmed, or as prophesied. Then how does the earth get ripped apart? As Nibiru begins to leave after the day of the Lord, the pressure it brings upon the plates of the earth is so severe, it then rips the earth in two, right at the point of the ring of fire. This is the real reason it is called the ring of fire, because it is foreknown that the earth will rip apart at that geographical area and burn as a lake of fire. After the earth is torn apart, and as Nibiru is still pulling on it as it is whistling away, Earth will explode all over the lower half of the solar system, and it will create a super domino effect, and the entire third-dimensional solar system will be affected, and the rest of the material-based planets will burn also. It will be so horrific that even the heavenly planets will be destroyed. I thought the heavenly planets were the Matrix. How are they being affected? Because at this exact point in time, this is when Salmalam is shutting down shop, and restarting again in the past. And thus, ends the story of coming of the day of the Lord Nibiru.